I am so glad that you're here, and I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to spend just a little bit of time with you, helping you understand what an incredible opportunity you have to look forward to. If you're anything like me, right, new experiences can be really scary. Starting a business or even thinking about business can be something that makes you feel kind of queasy inside or really, really nervous. I want to walk you through and hold your hand through this process and teaching you how you can make a ton of money every single month in a brand new way that's different than what almost anybody else is doing without any risk. And most people hear that like, it sounds too good to be true. But I actually want to teach you how this works and how it will allow you to be able to invest way more time with the people that you love doing the things that you enjoy. I think human beings are absolutely incredible, and I think you deserve the best. I don't want you to have to live in the rat race every single day of your life, doing the same thing over and over again, wondering if you'll ever be able to break out of it and become free. I just want to guide you through this process and let you know that I've been exactly where you are. I remember when I was working as a business intelligence analyst. I was at a 9 to 5 job, right? And I was just like, man, there's got to be more than this. There's got to be something different. And so I decided I'm just going to kind of throw myself out on a limb and kind of entertain this idea of starting my own thing. And I was scared to death, right? The first thing, my eyes would open in the morning and I would just feel sick to my stomach. I wanted to barf. I wanted to cry. I think I probably did cry, right? As I kind of went through this process of kind of moving into this kind of new idea, because again, it can be scary. So I had a friend that was encouraging me, saying, "Hey, man, you got to do this, right? You'll do super well." I was still scared, but I went to the individual that I reported to at this company, and I just said, "Hey, I think I'm going to quit. Right? I think I'm going to be finished." And she told me, she's like, "Hey, if you stay, we're going to give you a ginormous raise. We'll give you a raise on what you are currently making, which was big, and then we're also going to pay you $10,000 cash if you just stay for another 3 months." And so that kind of made me second guess this decision, right? Whenever we're making a big choice, usually we kind of come up against these walls like that kind of make us think like, man, do I really want to do this? So I went to my friend and I told him kind of what I was experiencing. And I can still remember it like yesterday. I was sitting across the room in this chair and he was standing up and he said, "Raj," he says, "are you kidding me?" He said, "Put that $10,000 in a bucket and burn it." He says, "You're only thinking about today," right? Basically, he was helping me understand that if I could just see the big picture, then it wouldn't even be a difficult decision to make. So all of this fear I had been feeling, all of this anxiety and stress, right, I just kind of put aside and said, I'm going to do it. So I went to my boss and I told her that I was done. I wasn't going to take the 10 grand. I wasn't going to take the salary raise. I was done. And so what I did is I worked kind of for this friend for about 2 months doing some sales consulting, and then I was on my own. And that was a new experience for me. But I knew if I was willing to put my mind to something, it would all work out. So I went about it all the wrong way in the beginning. And so thankfully, I'm going to teach you guys how you can do it much, much better, much easier, and much more effective. Big shortcut here, right? There's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme, but I definitely want to give you a shortcut and I want to help you in any way that I can. But I remember I was like knocking on doors in the middle of the summer. I'd received an MBA, which I would not recommend to anybody, but I've got an MBA. And so in my mind, I'm like, what am I doing out here knocking in the middle of the summer, these businesses, trying to figure out how to make things work? Well, just kind of how life does work, I just stuck with it, right? And by the end of kind of my experience starting this new venture, I'd closed a deal that was 11 grand, and then I'd closed a deal that was $68,000, and a deal that was $23,000, and a bunch of great deals that helped me realize that entrepreneurship doesn't have to be something that is risky, and it doesn't have to be something that is insanely hard, right? If we go about it the right way, then we can really provide a meaningful experience for our family members. We can give back. We can do good things. We can help people around us. We can have real fulfillment and meaning and purpose in our life. It is amazing. It's the best experience ever, right? Like, just imagine how this might be. Like, for you, imagine this scenario. Let's say that you're sitting on a beach, okay? And let's say that your toes are like dipped into this white, flowery sand. It's comfortable. It's warm. It's about 75 degrees outside. It feels good. Let's say that you're holding your sweetheart's hand, somebody that you love, and the sun is setting and you can hear the ocean kind of crashing in on the beach. It feels good. You feel relaxed. You feel like you're in heaven. It's just amazing. And then all of a sudden you just hear this ding on your phone. And what if you just picked up your phone and there was something that just said, "Hey, $2,500 is being deposited into your account right now." Right? What would that be like for you if you could make money while you were doing things that you enjoyed, while you were investing time with your family? Right? That can be an absolute reality for you. You can have that. And I want to show you how. Again, this is much different than what anybody else is doing. This is new. So let me kind of teach you a little bit about it. I want to go over just a couple more things and we'll hop right into kind of how this works, okay? So you may have thought in the past, like, I'm not cut out for business, right? That's not who I am. I'm just one of those guys that goes into work every day and that's just what I'm kind of supposed to do, right? That's not true. You can have anything in life that you want, right? Don't sell yourself short. You just need guidance. You need help. You need somebody to walk you through this process. I'm here for you. We want to make sure you're taken care of. This can be your life, right? I had those same feelings that you did. I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't know if things were going to work out. Well, they do, and they did, right? And I would never, ever look back. I wouldn't go back for a single second. I'm so grateful for this experience, right? I want you to have it too. You deserve it, right? You may think too, like in your mind, well, what if I don't have time, right? My job just keeps me so busy. I don't have time. Well, what's really meaningful in our lives is if we make time for the things that matter, right? If you make time for the things that matter, you can have this lifestyle that provides you these experiences that everybody else wants, right? So you'll have to do a little bit of things that other people aren't willing to do. But if you can just budget 30 minutes a day, right? If you could budget 30 minutes per day, you can have this lifestyle, right? You can do this. You can be consistent, and I'm here to help you, right? You can do this. It's an exciting opportunity. It's something that will absolutely change your life, right? And then what if you thought, something like this? I've never thought of myself like as an entrepreneur, right? I see all my friends or other people doing this, but being an entrepreneur, right? That sounds big. Being a CEO, that sounds big. No, being a leader is nothing more than helping people, right? If you've ever had the feeling of like, I just want to help people. I want to help solve problems. I want to do good things, right? I want to give back. I want to be able to go on fun vacations with my family. If my friends need something, I'd love to be able to be there for them. This is the life for you. And this is an opportunity that you're going to want to be able to understand more about. And if you're scared, right, you may be thinking, man, I'm so scared. I don't know if this is something that I can kind of get past. I feel anxiety about it. Well, join the club. You're rubbing shoulders with some great people. I don't know anybody that's ever walked into this world and not been scared in the beginning, right? I was so terrified. And now, like I said, I would never, ever change any of those experiences for the entire world. So I'm just excited for you. I'm excited for you to learn more about this process, how it works, what it can do for you, what it can do for your family, and what it means for you and your future, right? You deserve this. It's so exciting, right? What about some of these kind of external beliefs that you may have about what other people will think about you, right? You may be thinking, man, well, what will my family think if I do this, right? Well, maybe you're thinking, oh, my family, they wanted me to be a doctor. They wanted me to be a lawyer, whatever it is. Well, here's what's cool. If you go into doing something like this that allows you to be able to become free, right? You're out of the rat race. You're not living Groundhog Day over and over again.
Where's everybody going?
To Gobbler's Knob. It's Groundhog Day.
It's still just once a year, isn't it?
You're going to be able to invest more time with the people that you love, and they're going to wonder what you're doing. They're going to be asking you questions about how they can have the same life that you do, right? It will be absolutely the most incredible experience, right? I had a student who lived in a little podunk country town get into the program. So cool. He was an accountant before, got into the program, had never done anything like this, absolutely crushed it. In his 8th month in the program, in a month, right? He made right around $30,000. Okay. And that was something, he sent me a text. He's like, man, I'm gonna be making more this month than I did in basically an entire year, almost an entire year in his first position, right? You can imagine what his family thinks now, right? His parents actually come to him for advice. He's been wildly successful and he's doing some incredible things just because he was willing to kind of get outside of this comfort zone, right? And again, I want to help you with this. I want to support you through it. I'm one of your biggest fans already. We want to hold your hand and take care of you, right? You don't need to worry. This is something to be really excited about. So I want to teach you how this works, right? Exactly what it is that you're going to be doing. There are so many people across the country that need help, right? And what's cool is you get to step in and be the solution to their problem. I'm going to teach you how that works, right? What you're going to be able to do to make their lives easier and better. And you're going to benefit big time in the process. One of my favorite people in the entire world is a guy named Zig Ziglar. This is what he said. One of my favorite quotes. He says, you can have anything in life that you want. You can have anything in life that you want as long as you're willing to help other people get what they want. And isn't that good? Right? You can have anything in life that you want as long as you're willing to help other people get what they want. I want that for you, okay? So let me kind of teach you how this works. If you don't mind, I'm gonna share my screen for just a little bit. I want you to understand how cool this is. I'm gonna just bring up this whiteboard. Let's just say, let's say that you wanted to get into real estate, right? Everybody wants passive income. Everybody's like, that would be the coolest thing if I was making money while I slept. Well, watch this. This is really, really cool. Let's say that you decided to buy a house, right? Which is not what we're about in this section. Now, real estate's great. Diversifying assets, that's a good thing. But I'm gonna teach you how to make lots of money without any risk. You don't need to buy a house. You don't need to do any of that. I'm going to teach you how to make money online, right? Doing something that hardly anyone else is doing. But let's just give this example of a home for a minute so that we can use it, right? As kind of a metaphor. So let's say you buy this house and let's say it costs you about 500 grand, okay, to buy this. Well, it's going to require you to put down about $100,000 if it's an investment property, about 20%. Let's say that your mortgage is $2,500, okay? Say it's $2,500 a month, and let's say that you can rent this house out for $2,700. Okay, so here's your mortgage. You rent it out for $2,700, which means you're left over $200 a month, okay? This means that you're going into debt for anywhere from 15 to 30 years to be able to only make $200 in cash flow, in just pure cash flow. Now, there's other benefits to real estate, like depreciation and tax and all these things, equity, right? But you're only making $200 in cash flow.
That's $2 cash.
Right, let me teach you something different that you can do online, okay? I hope that's okay with you. This is really cool stuff. So for these purposes, one second, I'm gonna bring this little palette over here so I can draw with some different colors. But for these purposes, we're gonna put an X right here, right? Real estate's good, but it's definitely not no risk. And it's challenging. It can cause major problems, right? And if a microeconomic downturn happens, if there's issues, right, that you encounter with renters, whatever it may be. So I want to teach you, again, this new way to use the internet. So let me show you something. Watch how cool this is. What if you had this page online, right? You can build this, and I'm not even kidding you. I teach you how to do this. You could build this in about 7 minutes. No lie, no kidding, with completely free software. Right? I show you how to do this. And what if you could drive people to this page? Okay, think about driving people to this page, and you were able to rent these people who needed a solution to people that were able to solve the problem. Let me give you an example. Like, let's say if you're familiar with like epoxy flooring, right? Like there's garages and they're able to kind of like make this clear coat over garages so it looks really good. I'm sure you understand kind of what's going on there. Let's say that we've got this business owner. Okay, just imagine this with me for a minute. Let's say that his name is Dwight Schrute. I hope you're a fan of The Office, right? Let's say that Dwight Schrute owns this epoxy flooring company. All right, but this guy, Dwight, in this case, he knows how to epoxy floors. He's really good at it, but he doesn't know how to find customers, right? He has no idea how to find new people to work with. So watch how cool this is. You build this page. Let's just call it, for example, ABC Home Services. Okay, let's say this is what you do, ABC Home Services. You drive people to this page who already want their floor epoxied. This is all automatic. I teach you how to do this. It's so cool. And I teach you how to have other people do the heavy lifting, how to do the hard work, so that you can basically sit on your biscuit and make thousands of dollars every month. It's the coolest thing, right? So let's say all of these people are coming to this page that are wanting their floors epoxied. What if you called Dwight, right? Just imagine, let's say Dwight lives in Texas. You call Dwight and you say, Dwight.
Good day. What is your name, sir? I am Bill Buttlicker. Really, that's your real name? How dare you?
Hey, I find a lot of people who need help getting their floors epoxied, and I don't do that kind of work, Dwight. Can you handle any more business? Right? What is Dwight going to say? This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Dwight, right? This is game changing. Dwight's like, oh man, I would love more business, right? Dwight's probably making about $2,000 per floor that he covers. Well, what if you were able to send Dwight about 20 people, right? And let's just say that he was able to close 30% of them, right? So let's say that you send 20 people over to Dwight. You're renting this traffic out to Dwight from this page that you own, right? 20 people to Dwight, and he makes $2K per job. He closes 30%. So that would be 6 people, right? 6 times 2, that's an extra $12K per month for Dwight. And he doesn't even have to go find these people. You're sending them his way. These are people that are already interested in what Dwight's doing. So what if you come to Dwight and you say, hey, Dwight, I'm only going to charge you $1,200 a month. Wait, what? This is crazy, right? First of all, no money has gone out of your pocket, right? This is why it's zero risk. You're going to Dwight saying, hey, I'm going to charge you $1,200 a month. I'm going to send you these people that are interested in what you're doing. So you're now making, and Dwight says, yeah, let's do it, right? I love that idea. You're making $1,200 a month doing this. Now, let's say after he's paid you, right? And you may charge him $1,500 as well, just to start working with you. So $2,700 that first month, $1,500 for an initial setup working with you, and then $1,200 monthly. And then let's say to get these people, this is called traffic, these people to this page, let's say it only costs you $300. So your total profit, you spent $0, okay? That's why it's called $0 startup. You spent $0. Your total profit from this deal would be $900 a month. How many homes would you have to buy based off of our previous scenario? 4.5 homes. That's millions of dollars, right? That's crazy. 4 homes. Well, yeah, that's $2 million at $500,000, right? That we talked about that home price. 4 homes. That's $2 million, right? That you would be in debt to be able to create this type of cash flow. Okay, and this is from one person. Now watch, what if Dwight's in Texas? Can you use this little page across the whole country? Can you serve the whole country with this page? The answer is yes, you can, right? This is insane. So let's say that you've got another person named Jim Halper, right, over here, and he owns an epoxy flooring company in Florida, right? Well, let's say you charge him $1,200 as well, right? And Stanley, right? And Pam Beasley, right? All of these people, let's say you've got 10 clients that are paying you $1,200 a month. Holy cow, how much is that monthly? How much are you making monthly? This is $12,000 with only 10 clients, right? You could literally get this in less than a month. You could do this in less than a month. It's just understanding how. And again, I want to give you a shortcut. I want to show you how to be able to do these things, how to be able to, again, break free, enjoy the life that you've always wanted, but you just haven't known how to get there yet. You've probably been doing a lot of the right things. Just need a couple little tweaks, right, along the way. So 10 of these clients equals 12 grand a month in pure revenue. Not to mention if you were collecting startups as well, right? Initial build outs, if you were charging them $1,500 to start working with you. Well, if it costs you after you've been paid, right? Money with the $0 framework, it does not go out of your account until you've already been paid. So there's zero risk. When in the beginning, when I said this is zero risk and you're like, I don't buy it, I don't know how that works. This is how, this is why. No money ever leaves your account until you've been paid from a client. Right? It's really, really cool. The $0 framework is simple, and I'll go over it with you in just a moment, but I want to continue painting this picture and helping you understand this. So let's say it was $300 to help these 10 people, right? That means your total cost after you were already paid to 12 grand, 300 times 10 is 3 grand. So your total cost comes to 3. After you already made the 12, you're pocketing $9,000 a month. Okay, $9,000 monthly. What does this equate to, right? This is a 6-figure income every year doing hardly anything at all, sitting on your biscuit. Again, because I teach you, if you want to know how to actually build this, I teach you how to do it. If you want somebody else to be able to run this for you, I show you how to do that too. It's really, really cool. So again, what if you could make the lion's share? I want all of my students making 50 to 95% margins. 50 to 95%. I'm going to show you another scenario, okay? So let me kind of turn, I'll clear this page. I hope this makes sense. I'm so excited for you. I hope that you talk to one of my incredible team members and that you're able to ask some questions about this, because it is, in my opinion, the very best business model in the world. I've been able to do so many fun things because of the $0 framework, which I'm going to kind of continue to go over here with you so you understand a couple more scenarios, right? So you saw that way where you could build a page, drive traffic to it, and rent it out, right? You could rent the traffic out. It's like this, almost this magical apartment complex, right? Because think, if you bought a home, let's say you bought a home and you wanted to make more rental income. If you want more, you've got to either raise rent, or there's only so high you can go, or you need to buy another house, which is more money out of your pocket. With that model I just showed you, it's infinite income. You can make as much money as you want, spending $0 of your own money. Right? $0. It's crazy. It's the coolest thing ever. So watch this. Watch this. This is amazing. Here's another example, okay? Let's say that we've got somebody, and we'll just call him Jim, okay? Jim here.
Hey, I have a question. Who do you think is really the best salesman in this office?
Stupid question, obviously. Mr. James Halpert!
Let's say he owns an HVAC company, right? Jim owns an HVAC company. Okay, so here's what's really, really cool. So Jim owns this business, and he's helping people with their heating, their ventilation, their air conditioning, right? But here's what's amazing. He probably wants to be able to show up on top of these searches, right? He wants people to be able to know who he is, what he does, so that people pick him instead of all the competition. There's probably a bunch of businesses in Jim's area, and if people are picking his competition and not Jim, that's a bummer for Jim.
Huh? This is a bummer, man.
It's like he's lighting money on fire every single month, right? We do not want that, right? And so what if you could help Jim show up higher? So if somebody were to type in like HVAC near me, right, on their computer, if they were to type in HVAC near me, I need some help getting my air conditioning fixed. What if you could help Jim be one of the first people to show up? Would that make a difference for Jim? Absolutely, right? That would make a huge difference. He could make literally thousands of dollars more per month. Is he willing to pay you for something like that? Absolutely. So let's say you go to Jim. You say, hey, Jim, now remember, this is amazing. You do not have to do any of the work. You just have to find Jim.
I was just telling the truth about your husband. Jim knows, he was there. This is preposterous.
Robert.
Let's get Jim in here. Where's Jim?
Right, so let's say you find Jim, and you say, Jim, it's gonna be $899 a month for me to be able to help you to rank higher, to have people find you easier. We're gonna send you reports every week. We're gonna do all of the tricky technical stuff that you don't understand. And again, you don't have to do any of this, right? So $899 you charge Jim, and Jim's like, this is the coolest thing ever. I would love this. Thanks so much, right? Well, your total cost to have somebody else do all of this work for you, right, could be $187. Whoa. Dang, right? This means you're making $712 a month doing nothing, sitting on your biscuit, right? At home, hanging out with your family. You're on the beach. You're laughing. You're at the movie theater while making money, right? It is a dream. I want everyone to know about this stuff. Right? So again, you're paying this other group. They're doing all of the heavy lifting, all of the hard work, all of the technical stuff for $187 a month. You're collecting $899 from Jim. Remember, you got paid first, right? You got paid first. The $0 framework is this. $0 framework is this. First, you find someone, which I teach you how to do, so you don't have to worry about it. If you're like, I don't know how to find people, I show you how to do it. It's not even that hard. Number two, you get paid, right? That's the $0 framework. You get paid first, right? Number three, you provide value. You help these people, you take care of them. Number four, you repeat, right? And if you can just do this over and over again, man, that's incredible, right? This is life-changing. This will transform your future, right? So again, here, you're making $712 a month doing literally nothing. I've got a client right now. It's the coolest thing. As of today, right now, it's, I think, October what is today? The 13th, okay? He's been with me since like 2019, this guy, and he pays a little over $1,000 a month. So from this client, I think I've talked to him one time, maybe twice, one or two times. And what's incredible, right? I had one of these people that was actually working with me, got this guy on board. And we've collected from this client, we're helping him big time. Collected over $42,000, I think now, from this guy, right around $42,000. And I haven't done a single thing, right? He just pays every month. It's the coolest thing. I want you to have this, right? And it's with this type of product right here. I'm gonna go over one more scenario with you. Again, so Jim wants to be able to be found, wants to be able to rank higher, right? You want to help him. You want to be able to do this stuff, right? This is such a cool opportunity for you to be able to provide value and make lots of money in the process. Okay, one more thing I want to show you. Let's say you've got another guy, right? Let's say this is Stanley.
Did I stutter?
Right? Let's say Stanley owns an electrician company, right? Now, I like the home services industry. You don't have to work with home services, but they're really great people to work with, and you can provide a lot of value. So I'm just going to use an electrician. Let's say he's an electrician. Let's say you go to Stanley's website. Okay, this is crazy. Say you go to Stanley's website, and it looks like 1992 Super Mario Brothers.
Comes only as part of the system it was created for, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Right? It looks like it was built forever ago. And you're like, Stanley, my friend, we got to get this thing updated, right? I want to make sure that you're represented well, that people know who you are, and What a great business owner you're a 5-star guy. I want to show people that you're that kind of person with your website. It's their first impression, right? So you say, hey, Stanley, let me help you redo your website. I'm going to charge you $5,000 to do this. Let's say you charge them $5,000. Well, how much are you going to be charged? Again, do you have to build the website? Not even. You don't have to touch a single thing when it comes to building this site. You may provide a template to these guys that I show you, teach you how to do all this stuff, right? It's going to cost you right around $370. Oh my goodness. What happens to the rest of the money? Right here. Right? What happens to the rest of the money? It goes in your pocket. You get to keep it. That's profit. Now, what if you tell Stanley too, hey, I'm going to help you maintain this website. I'm going to show you how to maintain this thing, right? Well, let's say you charge him $200 a month to maintain it for him. If he needs pictures uploaded, you'll do that. Again, you don't have to do it. You'll have somebody else do it. $200, right? A month for you to do this. How much is this going to cost you? It's going to cost you $16. Holy cow. You're making $200 a month after you just made well over $4,000, right? Having to do zero work, and you're just making money every single month. This is the life. This is the business model that I want you to be able to understand. It's new. It's different. You deserve it, right? Let us show you how to do this, right? At least let us kind of walk you through what this could look like for you, right? This has the opportunity to completely transform your life, completely transform your future, allow you to be able to invest your time with the people that you love, doing the things that you enjoy the most. Get out of the rat race, right? Whatever fear you've had in the past about whether or not you can do something or not do something, we're going to help you, right? You can do anything you put your mind to. This is the thought that I want you to think about. Are you willing to learn new things? A scale of 1 to 10, right? Are you willing to learn new things? If so, if you're above a 7, man, you got to talk to us, right? Book a call. Let us tell you about this stuff, right? It's the coolest thing, right? Are you willing to apply the things that you're taught? Think about it. Am I willing to apply new things? Right? Scale of 1 to 10. If you're above a 7, man, you better hop on that phone and learn about this stuff because it's going to change your life, right? Think about this. Now, one other thought here, okay, for you. One other thought. Imagine for a moment that a time machine lands in your room, wherever you're at right now. The door opens. You get inside, right? You program that time machine for 1 year into the future from right now. Right? 1 year. You go into the future and you get out of the time machine. You look at yourself in the future. What is your life like? Right? What are you feeling about your life? Right? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel happy? Or are you just living Groundhog Day over and over again? Are you in the rat race? Right? What does your family think about you and what you're accomplishing? What are your friends saying about you? Are they going, oh man, look at what he or she is doing. That is amazing. Teach me what you've been able to do. I want to have that life that you have. Right? Are you driving the car that you want to drive? Are you experiencing life the way that you want to experience it? Are you free? Right? Time is so valuable and I want you to be able to have it. Please book a call. Right? We want to be able to help you. You deserve all of the best. Right? I'm so excited for you. This is a ginormous opportunity for you and your future self and your future family. So we're excited for it. I hope this was helpful in learning a little bit more about how this works. Right? This is game-changing stuff, and I could not be more happy for you to be able to learn about it. I am excited for you to talk to one of the team members, and we will look forward to helping you in any way we possibly can. Talk to you soon.